Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn Weekly Market Report. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at supply 3319. Show me that chart.
3319 on the dot, Noah. That's 2.3% higher. And the takeaway here is that supply in Brooklyn is just slowly making its way up, which is not a surprise given we're in the active season.
Yeah, it's not doing much over there. Let's move on to pending sales. It seems like that's doing much different things. It came in at 3283. Look at that year over year change. Of course, we can't look at that because of where we came from last year. Still impressive. Johnny, show me that chart.
It is impressive. It's 4% higher than it was the week before. And what's interesting is, if you talk about the pace between pending and supply, pending is leading the way.
Yeah, exactly. The pace of pending is going vertical. The pace of supply is barely moving. And as a result, that market pulse is near one, which is telling me, John, that the amount of pending sales is almost on par with the amount of supply. I mean, we don't have a lot of data for Brooklyn, but this is probably going to go over one in the coming weeks, given the pace of pending sales. Just amazing what's going on there. Let's look at the weeklies, Johnny. I'm on the UrbanDigs dashboard here looking at Brooklyn. Weekly supply came in at 326. Show me that chart.
Yeah, 326. That's down a little bit from the week before, but we're still well over 300 units on a weekly level for Brooklyn, which is a lot. I mean, look, it's the active season. It's not a surprise. In fact, and frankly speaking, Noah, I think Brooklyn could use all the supply could get its hands on right now.
Yeah, sellers, you got to listen up right now. Brooklyn needs some inventory. Let's go on to Brooklyn contract signed, the measure of weekly deal volume. It came in at 278, a strong number. Johnny, show me that chart.
That's a very strong number. We're approaching 300 deals a week for Brooklyn, which is just a crazy number for Brooklyn. It's a crazy number. Just even in Manhattan, that would be considered a fantastic number. And in Brooklyn, that would just be off the chart. So as I said 2 minutes ago, Brooklyn, if you're a seller right now, it is fish in a barrel. Get your units on the market because the buyers are out there.
Yeah. And I mean, I just want to point out, hey, John, if you want to get more grounded on Brooklyn, because 1 week does have some noise, you can click on this 1 month tab and you get a much better stable sense in terms of where new supply is going, where new demand is going, and of course, off market. And you add them all up and you can see it's a clear seller's market. It's just a crazy, crazy market. John, let's go and just break all of this down. I'm looking at, will the real Brooklyn day market please stand up? Johnny, why don't you introduce this chart?
Yeah, so basically, what we did is we broke down days on market by when the contract was signed, by the month. So those blue bars are, the month, and that represents how many days on market the contract signed in that month were. That blue line accompanying it is a 6-month average, and that red line is the median price of those units that were put into contract. And one of the things that jumps out at me is that yes, the days on market went up right after the reopen, started from something low, spiked up, and then has come right back down, and it's currently right at 50 days. And that to me is a signal of a very strong market.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of retraced half of that up move. And when I go back in time, John, I'm looking at where Brooklyn seemed to peak out in terms of days on market. Of course, days on market will go down when we're peaking out. It looks like it's in the 30s, like a consistent 30 level. If I draw this across, I got to think, I mean, we're not quite there yet, but I got to think that the next couple of months we do this, John, we're heading down to the 30s, which if you understand, that is a very fast-paced, frothy market where the bid-ask spread is narrow, and brokers are just doing deals left and right. They don't need to broker too much. So this is a great chart. We look at the red to kind of get a sense of price action, and I don't see much trend here, John. I don't know about you, but
yeah, and that's what's interesting, because you're absolutely right. I mean, this days on market would imply a super frothy market. We're getting to peak levels of days on market here, but yeah. In terms of price action, it sort of looks like it's going sideways. I mean, yeah, you could make the argument that it's sort of kind of trending up a little bit. Yeah. The last few dots are sort of on their way up, but it's certainly nothing that you would say is running away. So that's a bit of a mystery because. Well, let's
break it down.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Let's break it down, John. Let's look at co-ops, condos, townhouses. We don't have all day here. People need to go and do deals. I mean, here's the same chart for co-ops. Co-ops are trading around 40 days in Brooklyn. And look at the spread. You got the yellow is the average price. The red is the median. Last asking price for these contract signs, right? That's what we're looking at, contract signs. Yeah. And the spread is kind of minimal. But again, the prices they're up, but there's nothing skyrocketing here.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're certainly off their lows. But the median price point of a Brooklyn co-op is a lot lower than it is in Manhattan. So it's not really
Right.
it's going to take a lot of momentum to shift that number higher.
Okay, let's go to condos. Let's go to condos. So condos right now are trading. It looks like 49 days is where condos are trading at. And I do see when I look at this, I see a slight uptrend with a bigger spread between that average price and the median. So it looks like there's some larger condos maybe trading. Is that how you see this?
Yeah, I agree. I think we're seeing the price point of condos slowly make its way higher, and that's going to drag up that median slowly but surely.
Okay, and again, I'm not looking at this dip right here because that's the reopen, and that is clearly buyers just chomping at the bit to get new listings coming on. So that's what's going on right over there. And finally, this is townhouses. This is Brooklyn townhouses. This is our last breakdown of property type of what's going on in Brooklyn. And I mean, this is incredible. 50 some odd days for townhouses.
Yeah,
50 some odd days. I mean, and now I'm starting to see a little bit of a trend here that's going up.
Yeah, and not only that, look at that days on market trend, Noah. So it comes off the days on the lockdown low, goes all the way up to what is that, 75, and stops, and then it comes back down. So it didn't even reach the previous peaks. So that to me tells me that's where that sensational demand is, which is really going to start pressuring prices in terms of what's coming through the pipeline. So that's if you're looking at what's going to be shifting Brooklyn's market, it's going to be the townhouse market.
Right. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Johnny, thank you for breaking down this market. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. This has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update. Have a great week, and we'll catch you next time.